It's Green Bay when that pack come. Watch when the touchdown. Intercept your bag and you ain't like that. I think you need to sit down. It's Green Bay when that pack come. No rats, we stacking cheese. It's Green Bay when that pack come. I got a plug like Poe and that's on me. It's Green Bay when that pack come. Watch when the touchdown. I intercept your bag and you ain't like that. I think you need to sit down. It's Green Bay when that pack come. No rats, we stacking cheese. It's Green Bay when that pack come. I got a plug like Poe and that's on me.
What is up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to the Matt Ramage Show. Dude, it's gonna be a good one. We got my buddy Mark on standby over here. He's about to jump in this thing. And then Alex Strofe is gonna join me later on. Possibly Joey the Jaguar from Underage Packers podcast. As always, every show is brought to you by the fine folks at Quick Trip. And if you're thinking about game day, you know, the season's starting, you can get all your game day grub, all your game day snacks, all your game day treats over at Quick Trip, whether it's Doritos, whether you want to feast on some chicken tendies or the actual chicken or some macaroni and cheese, whatever. Get your brew, get it all over at Quick Trip. They got all the game day necessities that you might need. So head over to Quick Trip before game day. You know, you don't want to wait till like the game's about to start. You know what I mean? But anyways, let's bring Mark up in the building. Let's talk about some Green Bay Packers. Let's have a good time here. What is up, Mark?
What's happening, buddy? How we doing?
Dude, we're having a good time. I think I can hear like your TV or something.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in the background, but yeah, no, I think my wife has the TV on, so it is what it is.
But so how have you been?
I've been good, man. I'm actually excited. You know what? Has two thumbs and is going to Jacksonville next weekend to watch the Packers game. This guy.
That's awesome. Yeah, because like that was like the whole talk about like the game was going to be in Dallas because obviously like it wasn't going to be in New Orleans. I was talking about the other day. I was like, it's so weird that that Barry Jones didn't know. Like, he was all like, we should have been in Dallas, and he was all for it because obviously it's a money grab. And then, we have a concert that day. I didn't know.
Yeah, how don't you know you have a concert going on in the stadium that you own? That is hilarious.
Well, I assume he doesn't schedule the concerts, so that's probably above his pay grade or whatever.
Yeah, but, exactly.
So what are you thinking about this season? You went through the preseason. How are you feeling? Are you jacked up for this season? Like, what are you thinking about this team?
Well, it's been a long time coming. I'm not going to lie. But what I'm most pumped up is about our offense. I mean, I think we got 4 stud wide receivers. I mean, obviously, Tay's the best wide receiver in the NFL. You got MVS. You got Allen Lazard. You got Randall Cobb. Then you got Amari Rodgers, coming in, and Malik Taylor, which I'm pumped up about as well.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, and then you got, I think, a running back duo that I think is not a drop-off. Believe me, I love me some Jamal Williams. Just like you, I love me Jamal, and I miss Jamal a ton, but I don't think A.J. Dillon is a drop-off from Jamal Williams at all. I think they're going to be a great 1-2 punch, and, again, I think it's going to be an amazing year. The only thing I am just a smidge concerned about is our offensive line. That's it.
Yeah, but because David Bakhtiari will miss the first 6 weeks from what they're saying. But yeah, I think a lot of people because I don't know, I'm not no scout, I don't know, I'm not the best person, but a lot of the smart people are saying the offensive line is going to be fine. They got a good replacement. Dude, I am stoked. Overall, like you mentioned, this receiving group, I think is going to be outstanding. I think. Like you mentioned, A.J. Dillon. I've been saying all these things the whole off season. I just want this season to start so much because how much more can we say? Dude, I'm pumped for this team. I think the defense is going to be legit. Let's see what people are saying over here in the comments. What is up, Aaron from Arizona? J.K. Scott is a fave. Yeah, he's gone. So they went another way on punter. They used a draft pick on it. I saw a lot of people were upset about that. I was talking to Corey Benke. He wasn't stoked about that. But
yeah, but I did see Goody say that he didn't think that he was going to make it through waivers. So that's why they used the draft pick. So if he's not going to make it through waivers, and that's the guy that they want, sixth round. I'm
all for it. Like if they think that this is the best choice, like for the team, then like have at it. Like do what you got to do to get the team in the best situation. And I'm good with it, man. I know a lot of people ain't crazy about like using draft pick on punters, but like punters, like they get you the field, the field position. They get, so like if that's your guy and that's the guy that you want and you think that guy's gonna make a big difference. I love me some J.K. Scott. I was in the front row at a Packer game in 2019, and I saw this kid, and he looked like he wasn't much older than my son. But I was all for J.K. Scott, but like they gotta do like the best situation. They gotta do what they gotta do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a business, and that's why I think a lot of people don't understand, and it's tough sometimes. I mean, even I get hurt by it as well, but sometimes it's just a business,
Yeah, J.K. Scott, like he said, J.K. Scott was horrible. There was times that J.K. Scott, like, he just wasn't up to par. Like, much love to him and everything, and I hope him the best and all that. But like they got to, like you said, it's a business. They got to do what they got to do for them. But
yeah, and I'm glad our jobs aren't like the NFL because I'd be cut probably in like the first time of cut downs. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah, I would definitely like if my boss had an option to like trade me. I would be on the trade block continuously, but nobody would give any offers.
Exactly. We'll give you $1 for Matt.
Yeah, that's the thing with JK. He just lost his consistency. I don't know. I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time talking about it, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So you mentioned the wide receiver group.
Yes, sir.
I was talking to people on Twitter. Like I think I actually have some got some questions over here people were asking. Oh, hey, that's not the question. I want to ask one. How fast do you expect Amari to get in the game plan with a stacked receiver crew? Like, dude, I think that's a really good question. Because Amari Rodgers obviously is the young kid. He's knows Randall Cobb, has known Randall Cobb most of his life. But this receiver group, like in the past years, a lot of people have talked about like the receiver group is not, get Aaron Rodgers some weapons, but I don't think many people are saying that this year. Obviously, Devontae Adams is Devontae Adams. I think MVS is going to go off this year. They have I think they have a stacked wide receiver group. Randall Cobb is, he's not young anymore. Not that I should talk, but I think he's still got it. I think he's going to add a lot to the team, not just on the field but off the field. What are your thoughts? Like, how good can this passing game be?
All right, so here is my personal opinion, and I don't know if I've heard this, but it's sort of ranged true. So back in 2011, we had probably like the most highest prolific offense in the NFL, which we did like last year as well. But so I think Amari Rodgers, just like Randall Cobb, who came in 2011, will not see a ton of play. I mean, he'll see some playing time, but he will not see a bunch. He'll be more used on special teams, the punt return, and the kicking, kick return, which, again, as you know as well as I do, that was a struggle for us last year. It really was. And so, obviously, putting him back there, I think it's going to help out a ton. But I think he's going to be like a Randall Cobb his rookie year. Again, and that's the perfect person to bring him in and actually mentor him is Randall Cobb. So, honestly, it's just I don't see him getting a ton of PT early on in the season, maybe as the season goes on, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that maybe they try to break him into the offense and then try to do like some gadget type stuff. Like, I just see it. I don't know. It depends on Matt LaFleur, but like they've done it like in the past. But that was Mike McCarthy, like when Randall Cobb was young. They were trying to like do like gadgety type stuff. But we'll see like what they do. But I think. Yeah, I'm stoked about this offense, both passing and the running game. I think the offense will once again be the number one offense in the league.
Oh, hands down. I mean, you can actually, quote us right here. You can, tell us that after this is Matt, Mark, you were completely correct. Number one offense for the second year in a row. Aaron Rodgers, another MVP type season. Of course, it's definitely going to happen.
Yeah. So like Matt LaFleur, some people, weren't happy with like how the season ended. So, how confident? I'm very confident. Like I'll just say for the record, like I'm extremely confident. But like, how confident are you that Matt LaFleur, like, first of all, what are your thoughts on that? Because I'm not sure that we ever talked about that call, not to go for it and kick the field goal.
You know what? And okay, this is what I've actually come to realize. Whether we went for it or not, we still have to stop Tom Brady again. So it's just like whether we went for it, whether we got it, went for the 2-point conversion or not, we still have to stop Tom Brady again. So whether we went for it or not, it's still have to stop Tom Brady again, which is going to be not that easy. So not that I agree with it, with it, but afterwards looking into it, it's you still got to stop the guy, which is not that easy.
Yeah, I don't really have I don't know, because like my thing is like I'm just a fan. Like I work at a cheese factory. Like he's talking about, like I'm not gonna question Matt LaFleur and be like, I don't know better than him. I suck at Madden. I can't even get a season 2 on Madden. But yeah. So, anyways, moving on to the defense. We haven't talked a lot because I've been talking about the same stuff. It seems like forever. That's why I'm glad that this off season is finally over. We're just saying the same stuff. What are your thoughts on the Packers defense?
I mean, obviously, with Jair coming back, he's not back, but I think he's going to be the number one corner in the NFL, and I think Kevin King's going to have a breakout season. I mean, I know people crap on him all the time, but what people forget is he was questionable going into that game, which I don't want to talk about that game, but I'm just mentioning to fans. He was questionable. He was injured going into that game. And if you're going to leave someone one-on-one, again, I don't put it all on him. I don't. And so I think he's going to have a great year. I think Adrian Amos is going to be amazing as well. Hopefully, Zadarius is healthy. I mean, again, I heard a lot of things, but he might not be back for week 1. I think Preston's going to have a breakout year. I mean, I don't know a lot about Joe Barry. I don't know a lot about how his defense is going to be. I'll be the first one to admit I don't know a lot about him. But you know what? If Matt wanted to hire him, I'm sure it's a great choice.
Yeah, the whole thing, like with Darius Smith, I don't know a lot about. I just know that I think they're being kind of quiet, kind of like Belichick has always been. They're not going to reveal a lot about it. I don't know if Darius will be there, but I think that the Packers pass rush is going to be great this year. Hopefully, Darius is there, and Preston Smith I think is going to break out year. I think Rashawn Gary's going to he's going to beast out. But yeah, I'm super pumped about this defense. I'm super pumped. I'm just pumped about this team.
Yeah. So I mean, and then Eric Stokes. I mean, okay, who can teach him better at cornerback than Jair, Alexander? I mean, again, drafted the guy, our first pick, and having possibly the best cornerback in the NFL, teaching him the ways. I mean, come on, tell me that was not an amazing pick.
Oh yeah, I think that I think it's a great pick. And then, like you said, like he's got Eric Stokes get to learn from Jair. I think that'll be huge for him. Like anyone who at any position that gets to learn from a great, whether it's the wide receivers who get to learn from Devontae Adams, whether it's Eric Stokes who gets to learn from Jair, if it's a linebacker, like it doesn't matter like what it is. Like if you get to sit there and watch, same thing with Jordan Love, with Aaron Rodgers, you get to watch a great, someone who's like top notch at that position. Like it's just beautiful. It's a great thing.
No, exactly. That's why, I mean, again, I'm not obviously I love the Packers, but the Bears fans who like, oh, start Justin Fields week 1. I think that's such a bad move. In my opinion, obviously watching, Rodgers sit a couple years behind Favre, sit, listen, and watch. It's like, not that I want to, put a curse on Justin Fields or anything like that, but he needs to, sit for a little bit, learn the game. It's like sit and watch how to become a pro. If they throw them out there week 1, he's going to get destroyed. He's going to get his confidence broken, just like every other Bears quarterback in the last 30 years.
Yeah, I have no faith that the Bears will handle that situation the right way.
Not at all.
I have none at all. Like I think Justin Fields could be great. Like I don't know if he should sit. Like I think it goes from player to player. Like some players play right away, like Peyton Manning. He played right away. He had some struggles, but he ended up being great. Like he didn't play bad, but they were like 3-13, I think, that year. But yeah, I definitely think that it goes player to player. Some players flourish on it. Aaron Rodgers, it probably benefited him. But
yeah, I mean, again, but I think Matt Nagy and Pace, their jobs are on the line this year. I think either they have a successful year, which they won't, or else they're going to be fired. Unfortunately, they're not going to have a successful year as long as Aaron Rodgers is at the helm. They're not going to have a successful year. That's just 2 losses right there, guaranteed.
Yeah, so I think that I do think that if the Bears don't flourish this year, that's why I think that their coaches are in a bad spot. Because like if they have to start the best available, like whoever they think can make them win, they have to start them, because if they have a bad year, they're all fired, and then they don't have to worry about how Justin Fields does in the future, because they won't be there. They'll be watching Sports Center.
Exactly, but my thought is they're going to rush him in. They're going to, in my opinion, kill his confidence. That's just, again, my personal opinion.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that they do. All right, before we move on, I want to do a little thing here. I got to talk about Manscaped here for a second. We're going to bust Mark out here for a second. I want to talk about Manscaped real quick. I'm ruining this thing. But here we go. I just recently teamed up with Manscaped, all right? Manscaped, who is the best men's below-the-waist grooming champion of the world. Manscaped offers precision engineering tools for your family jewels. Manscaped just launched their 4th generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right. The 4.0 joined over 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with the exclusive offer to you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with code RAMAGE at manscaped.com. So go to manscaped.com, use my promo code RAMAGE. They got nose trimmers, they got the lawnmower if you want to shave down beyonder. You can get it at manscaped.com. Use promo code RAMAGE and they got you set up, bro. They got you set up. Promo code RAMAGE, 20% off and free shipping, manscaped.com. Let's bring Mark over here. So, Mark, you ever use Manscaped?
I have not, but the question is who? So did your wife ask you to contact them? Says, hey, Matt, you need a Manscaped buddy. You need to hook up with them.
She might have emailed him.
I mean, not that I'm saying I haven't. I'm not gonna lie. There was a time where definitely Manscaped it up.
Yeah.
And my wife saying, "Who's stop?"
Hey, it's not just that. It's the nose trimmer. It's the whole deal. So it's a good thing. But so what are your thoughts on Packers playing in Jacksonville? I'm not sure how many times that the Packers have played in Jacksonville, but I remember the last time. Let's throw. I think it's going to be a weird situation. It sucks for Saints fans, because not even just the Saints fans, but the whole area over there, they're going through stuff. But what are your thoughts? Week 1 against the Saints playing in Jacksonville.
Well, one, I'm going to be there, and so I'm pumped about it. I'm going there. I got tickets today. I got a special promo code from a fellow Packers, fan page. They gave me the special promo code to get the tickets early and all that, which is awesome. But no, I think it's pumped. I'm really pumped up about it. And the only thing I'm concerned about is obviously the heat. I mean, 1 for myself and 2 for the Packers as well. It's going to be hot. I mean, September in Florida, it gets hot here. But what's nice is it is a 3:30 game there, 4:30 game here, so it will start setting. The sun will start setting later on in the afternoon.
Yeah, but, like here, it seems like it's hottest at that time. I don't know how hot is it? Like, I first of all, I'm still wearing a hoodie. Like, it's hot. It's like 80, but I still wear a hoodie because I like wearing hoodies. But like, how hot is it over there?
Well, okay. I mean, I'm a big guy, so when I go outside, I start sweating profusely. It's like I need a shower after I go outside. Let's just call it what it is. So it's really hot. I mean, it's not really the temperature. It's the humidity, which makes you. It's like it could be 90 degrees, but it feels like 106. That's how hot it gets.
Yeah, I can't get down with that. Like I don't like that at all. I'm not. I can't do it. But I want to get to a few questions over here from Twitter. So let's do it. Here we go. All right. Blindfolded. Who would you rather take a football from to the gonads? Brett Favre or Aaron Rodgers? I thought that was a funny question. So, like, if you got to take a football full strength from either Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre, who are you picking?
Oh, that's easy. I'm thinking Aaron all day long. But Brett might be not as accurate, but Brett's still throwing it as hard as he can. So I'm going Aaron all day long.
See, that's the thing. Like, Favre will, like you've heard the stories, him throwing it over, in the stands, and like Donald Driver talking about breaking fingers. Aaron Rodgers, I'm sure, has broke some fingers. Aaron Rodgers slings it. He does all the things. He's got a powerful arm. But I would pick Brett Favre just for this reason. There's a chance he'll miss me.
There is that chance.
Dude. It's funny because, like, I say that, and, like, people, I made a few comments about Brett Favre, like, throwing interceptions. People got so mad. Like, no, I love Brett Favre. I love him. But, like, you can joke about interceptions. Like, I made a joke about Favre throws a lot of interceptions. People got so triggered. They're like, oh, yeah, well, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have. Calm down, people. I love Favre. But, like, you can't he makes fun of it. Like, you got to make fun of it.
Exactly. I mean, he thought he was going to complete the pass, and he thought no one could get it there, so he just slung it in there.
He just slung it.
I mean, and half the time it was a completion. Half the time, maybe not. I mean, who knows?
I think remember, like, the thing with Favre, because, like, you're old. I mean, like me. I'm not saying, like,
thanks.
You're old, but, like, we're older. I remember Favre. I remember, like, watching him live, and that's what it was. It was that's the wrong button here. But I remember watching Favre live, and, like, you didn't know what it was. Like, when he swung it deep, you didn't know if it was going to be the greatest touchdown of all time or it was going to be an interception. That's just how it was.
It was a prayer. It was a prayer being thrown up there. So, I mean, in his mind, he was going to make it. So it's just like, hey, I trust him.
With Rodgers, like, I don't have that. Like, let's talk about that. Like, when Rodgers throws it deep, like, I don't have that, like, holding my breath. I mean, I still get, like, anticipation, like, hopefully it's caught, but I don't have that, like, I hope it's not intercepted. Because Rodgers just doesn't throw interceptions. Like, you can go back and forth about Rodgers and Favre and about who's better or whatever. I don't care about any of that. But, like, with Rodgers, like, I don't have those fears.
No, not at all. I mean, the only time I actually, was like a little bit nervous is when he was throwing the Hail Marys. And now it's just like, well, I mean, whenever he throws up there, I think it's a pretty good shot that someone's going to come down with it.
Yeah, I definitely think, I think Rodgers is fantastic. So who in your mind is the Packers' biggest threat this year? Let's take the Buccaneers out of that because they probably are the biggest threat. But besides the Buccaneers, like, you think like the Rams, they got Stafford. Who in the NFC worries you?
Okay, so not a regular season opponent, right? I mean, are we talking about a regular season opponent?
No, but like anyone in the NFC, like to take the crown, like who's a threat to the Packers?
It's just like, I honestly, in my opinion, I think the 49ers can be scary. I mean, obviously what they did to us 2 years ago, it's very, very questionable about their defense can be extremely, extremely, extremely good, just like, the Bucs. And they have some weapons. Again, I would hate to be playing in the NFC West right now. Do I think we can win? Of course I think we can win. I think we're the best team in the NFC. But that NFC West division, I think the Niners can take it. That's just my opinion. I think they can be a little tough.
Yeah, I think that division is tough. I think, like, the Niners, like, I don't know, like, how much I trust them. Like, it all depends, like, on their quarterback play. I think the Rams, I think Stafford is undervalued by a lot of people. I think Stafford was good in Detroit. Like, this is his chance. Like, for Matt Stafford, this is his shot. This is his year. Like, does he have it? Is he for real? Like, he's obviously older now, but, like, he has a playoff team and Matthew Stafford. So what are your thoughts on Stafford?
I mean, I think Stafford is is an above average quarterback. But I don't think he has the weapons like a stud wide receiver like Devontae or like he had with Megatron. So I mean, they have a great defense, to bail them out. But they have like a decent number one wide receiver, but I don't think he's going to be the quarterback everyone thinks he's going to be going to LA. He doesn't have a top tier premier wide receiver to bail him out.
Yeah, I get that, but I still think that Stafford is I think he's a good quarterback. He's a tough quarterback. He went in, he broke his shoulder or whatever, come limping out, slung a touchdown. I don't think that especially like with that team that they need the whole offensive power. They got Aaron Donald. I think a lot of what they're trying to do is win on defense. But I think it'll be interesting to see like what Stafford can do.
No, I agree, and I think he's a very good game manager. I think he's sort of like a Phillip Rivers. He's not going to lose you a game, but I don't think he's like an Aaron Rodgers, a Drew Brees, a Tom Brady. He's not going to win you a game.
Oh yeah, I don't think that he's that. But yeah, Stafford will be better than LA than he was in Detroit. I think it's a better situation for him. And I'm actually glad that he got out because he deserves better than all that.
Well, you're right. No, I definitely agree. I think it's a more complete team, and I feel bad for Detroit fans this year. I mean, Jared Goff at the helm. I mean, no offense. He's another Cal quarterback, but again, I feel bad for the Detroit fans this year. So bad.
All right, so before you head out, where do you rank the NFC North this year? Like, who do you got going first to last?
Okay, so obviously Packers taking it. I think we're actually going to sweep the NFC North just like we did 2 years ago. Last year was a fluke against Minnesota. I think Minnesota will go second. I think Chicago will go third, and then I think Detroit is going to be at the bottom of the barrel really bad.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I think with second and third it can swap. Like we'll see like how it plays out, but yeah, I definitely think that Detroit will be at the last. They might be at the last at the NFC, maybe the NFL.
Yeah, and the reason I say Minnesota second is because they have weapons, and that's it. Dalvin Cook and Justin Jefferson.
I actually like Detroit. Like as far as like Jamal Williams, like I think he'll do good. I think given the situation, like if he gets the ball a lot, I think he'll be good. Tim Boyle, like I don't know their quarterback situation actually in Detroit too much. But,
he was the best kneel down quarterback of all time.
I love me Timmy Boyle.
Yeah, so do I.
All right, Mark. I appreciate you coming on. Always fun to chat. Hope to do it again soon. We're gonna have you on during the season. Go Pack, go! Thanks for joining me, man.
All right, go Pack, go!
Appreciate you. All right, so here we go. We're moving on with the show. We got Joey in the building. We got Joey from Underage Packers podcast in the building. Let's get it on, Joey.
What is going on,
dude? I'm over here. We got Joey. All right, from Underage Packers podcast. If you haven't listened to it, probably check it out. If you're on Twitter and you're not following them, that's a sin, punishable by death in most states. But,
yeah. I can't confirm that, but just go ahead and follow us on Twitter. You don't want to find out what happens if you don't.
Yeah, because as some people may know, Aaron Rodgers knows that you're alive.
Right.
Like, I don't know that he knows I'm alive. He might know it. He might have saw a video at some point, but he didn't know.
He disliked it.
He didn't acknowledge it. Like he acknowledged you in a press conference. But anyways, I want to ask you this because we were just talking about this. Where do you rank the NFC North? I know that you're all about rankings. I follow you. You're all about rankings. Where do you rank the NFC North?
Oh man, obviously Packers on top. It's not necessarily a close one between the Vikings and the Bears, but the Lions aren't even in that conversation, not even in that universe, even with the Bears. I'd probably put the Vikings ahead of the Bears, though. I just think they're a more complete team, even if Justin Fields turns out to be a good quarterback for a rookie.
Yeah, I don't. The whole Justin Fields thing, like I don't think anyone knows, and like everyone like wants him to start, but like if they're not on the practice field, like they don't know. Like maybe he's not. Like he did some stuff in preseason. Like I didn't watch a ton, but like Bear fans, I know they were all excited, like yay. But I don't think that they're not really used to seeing like good football. So like they see one
yeah.
guy.
like Grossi said on your show a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah. He was saying is like if you hold it. I can't repeat it because he's good. Anyway, we got another guest joining us, Joey.
Oh boy.
You might have seen him before.
Oh, look at that. Look who it is.
How we doing? What's up, fellas?
We got Alex Strofe in the building.
Oh, there we go. I think it's an applause.
Thank
you. Got
you.
an applause for Alex, though.
Yeah, that's nice.
I always forget that I have an applause. I always want to hit it for every guest, but I forget. Joey, you just like applause too, but
is it like a professional soundboard and everything?
Oh yeah, you better believe it. It's got I don't know what they do. Like there's buttons that you can go up and down. Like I see them in the rap videos and like moving them. I was like, I should try to move them, but I don't want to screw it up.
Wait, did you just say rap videos? That's where you see that?
Yeah, I see them on there.
Is it just sliders?
Yeah, they're sliders, and
like something that controls the volume. Like it's not that complicated.
No, there's different volumes though. I don't know how they do it. But
you're the man. You are the man.
I am not the man. But so Alex, I haven't talked to you in a while, and
how you been?
I'm good. I'm good. So first of all, I want to talk about Alex because he's the big ESPN guy now. He's over there rubbing elbows with Stephen A. Smith, I think.
Oh, stop it! I don't think that's accurate at all.
He just got out of a meeting with Adam Schefter, I think.
Yeah. He was passing along some sources. So no big deal.
He's like, Alex.
I just ate 2 BLTs, so no big meetings tonight.
Me neither. I'm just drinking beer. We're having a good time. But so are you hyped for this season? Like the preseason's over, everything is done.
Thank goodness, right? I really hate preseason. If I ever explain that to you, like I enjoy a game or two, but like I still think 3 is too many. I can't get that into it, man. Like I enjoy seeing the cuts. I enjoy seeing the breakout stars. I like all that, but I'm ready for the regular season. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in Jacksonville, of all places. I thought they were going to go to Jerry's World.
Yeah.
He didn't know that they had
Is that what happened there?
Yeah, he didn't know. Okay. He's like, let's come over here, play the game. You want
give us some more revenue.
Bring me the money. And they're like, no, Jerry, chill. We have a concert. He's like, oh, I didn't know that.
They got a concert and he didn't know that. You would think, of all people, right? He would be the one to know that.
Yeah. Like, I get that he doesn't run the concert. He's not making it.
Well, right.
But like, you think he would know? Like, if there's a party at my house, but I didn't book it, I wouldn't know what's happening. If my wife was having her friends over, at some point we'd probably bump in the hallway and she'd be like, hey, I'm having some friends over. And I'd be like, well, I'm going to leave that day. But like, you should know. It's your building. It's your house. And he's just like, bring it here. I need all the money. I don't have enough yachts. Let me buy me a yacht. But
this offense is going to tear it up. That's all I know.
Yeah.
MVS said today, well, I guess who wouldn't say this if you're put in the position, but he said today, best receiving core in football. Love that confidence.
Dude, I think what are your thoughts, Joey? Over here just nodding away. How great, because I remember a few years ago, everyone's talking about Rodgers needs weapons. You know, this receiving group is this and that. But now everyone, myself included, I think it's a pretty darn good receiving group. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, MVS has really come on for sure. Amari Rodgers will be an exciting piece a few years here. And then you got Randall Cobb. I mean, he's just there to be there, really.
I have a question, Joey. Expectations for Randall Cobb. What are they at for you?
Ooh, good question.
I definitely Rodgers those first few weeks. I know it's going to be hard for Aaron not to force it to him.
You're right.
But I mean, with Tunyon, really solid 3 wide receivers that were here the past 2 years, it will definitely be hard for him to get as many opportunities as he would need. So I would say for the season, I'd predict maybe 650, 700 yards.
Okay, yeah, I think that's a good range. I agree.
Yeah, somewhere 5-8 touchdown range.
Get over.
What's going on with you, man?
I'm all right. I'm all right, Joey. We're just keep moving. No, but
okay.
yeah, that's actually a good point. Like, will Aaron Rodgers force it?
I think, right, he almost wants to. This was the concession that essentially brought him back. So even if Randall Cobb finishes with 14 yards on the year, he still had a successful season in my eyes, right? He's the reason that, and yeah, that's kind of what this comment is saying. I mean, he was the reason Rodgers is back. So I would love to see 650, 700. That's a productive year. Being what a fourth wide receiver, but I mean, anything's possible in this offense in my eyes, right? I mean, come on now.
He's got to stay healthy.
You're right.
I think that there's so many weapons. Like I think Tunyon after last year, me and Alex were yelling about Tunyon all last year.
Bobby biceps.
Before it was cool, I'll say. Before it was cool,
it's true.
Me and Alex were yelling about Tunyon. I got me the Tunyon jersey. I think it was for my birthday. I'm still repping. Anyways, that doesn't matter. No one cares about what jersey I wear. But I would think this year they want to give him more catches. Like they'd want to give him more opportunity.
It's hard to do.
But like that's what I'm saying is like, how do you you got Devontae Adams obviously going to want his balls. You got especially going into a
didn't Tunyon lead tight ends and touchdowns last year, or am I making that up?
I think he led, or at least
either first or second behind Kelsey.
Kelsey, right? He was right there if he didn't lead. I don't know how you replicate that though. I mean, if he's actually a full-blown star, then yeah, it'll get done, I guess. But last year was like an unbelievably good breakout year for a tight end.
I mean, like it was that same type of pattern where he just runs across the middle, almost like a post, and he's wide open.
Well, like this last comment said, like he's friends with Kittle. Like he's been training with him.
Oh, right.
I think if you train and you practice, or you even around like greatness, and you're good enough, you're gonna turn into greatness. Like I think obviously, and they're friends. It's not like they're just around each other. They're friends, so we can ask them questions like, "What do we do here?" You know, and he has that tight end school. You know, everyone talks about. You know, so like I don't know. I think Tunyon is not. I don't think he peaked. I think that.
No. I love that optimism.
Yeah, that touchdown wise is going to be hard to beat. I don't care who you are. Like that.
Right.
Especially with weapons the Packers have.
We talked about this a lot during the season, Matty, but like, when's the last time the Packers had an unbelievably good tight end? Jermichael, maybe? and then he went out on obviously unfortunate terms, but before him, it's been Bubba Franks, right?
Yeah. Rodgers really never had someone
Chewy, right?
They tried, but like Rodgers really never had a top-notch tight end.
Yeah, the past decade after Finley, it was quite the room. I mean, rotating door of Martellus Bennett, Jimmy Jared Cook.
Pick your fighter. I mean, those are some options.
Yeah.
You remember when what's his face came? You just Marcellus, whatever.
Oh yeah, Martellus Bennett.
Yeah. When he came, like
that was a dumpster fire. That
was as ugly as it got, man.
Remember like how high it went and to how low it went. Like people were pumped when it first happened.
Oh yeah.
Remember him like sleeping in the Packers like hallway or whatever it was. Or he was posting on Instagram. You need to get on social media, Joey. No, he was like when he first got here. He was like sleeping in a hallway somewhere, and he's like, "I'm stoked." I was excited. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be huge," and I was wrong. It was not huge at all. It was not.
No.
But they never had tight end. But I think with all of the offensive weapons, Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon, he's gonna ball out this year.
Yep.
Jamal Williams is not here, but I think AJ Dillon is gonna pick it up. I don't think that the running game is gonna miss a beat.
Look, I mean, as much as we love Jamal Williams as a collective,
Big B is in the chat, so just be careful.
Oh, be careful, Big B. Plug your ears, please. As much as we love Jamal Williams, I don't think it's going to be hard for AJ Dillon to take and surpass that workload in production, right? I mean, like it's this offense, and he, granted, won't probably have the as good of an offensive line as Jamal has, but he's such a freaking horse, man. I mean, that guy can run. I'm excited to see what AJ Dillon does this year.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be. I absolutely love AJ Dillon. I love him like on the field, but also off the field, like his social media stuff. He's making TikToks. He's gaming. He's doing all these things. I love AJ Dillon, just like as a whole, like as a person. He just seems like the funnest person, like to be around.
When I I'll say I met him when he was riding past his bike, and I told him I really liked his Twitch streams. I've never watched his Twitch streams, but I know he does it. So
just doing it for the clout, Joey. I love that.
Right.
Yeah.
Did he acknowledge you? Like, did he see you?
Yeah. He said I'm gonna be live tonight, and he was live that night, and I watched his stream.
At least you followed through. That's good.
Right.
I like that even on the bike going to practice, he's still showing his.
Yeah, you gotta get the brand up.
Right. Tune in. Share.
Twitch.com/AJ28.
That's fantastic.
Be sure to share the stream. But I'm gonna clip that, put it on my Instagram, and I'm gonna tag you so he knows that you didn't actually watch this.
Oh God.
Doesn't
he follow you too?
Yeah, but
oh no.
I would never call you out like that, Joey.
Yeah, you would.
I would. Actually,
let's not lie to these people.
I would. Because, hey, views are views, Joey. They can go
right.
Views. That's what's most important.
Negativity creates the views, man. You get another Usain Bolt like on.
All right. So let's move on to some real. We got an ESPN member in the building. We have to talk about. Hey, me.
Yeah, it was you. It's the guy that was on the McAfee show. We got a McAfee show member.
Yeah, that day was good, and it's been downhill ever since.
That day was.
But so like, dude, you know what sucks is the off season, and like everything that we're gonna talk about, everything that we can talk about has already been talked about. I've been talking because I've been doing this shows all season, all off season. I don't even know how, but like I just want the season to start so we can talk about real stuff.
Me too, man.
I want the Bears to lose a game so I can roast them. The Vikings to lose a game, I can roast them. The Packers to win games, and then I can roast everybody. And but like, what can talk about? I think the defense can be there. Okay, let me ask this: what are we hearing? Because you're the ESPN guy, Alex. You know stuff.
You act like I know stuff.
Like
I know just as little as you. I crack a microphone. I crack a microphone and spew nonsense. You want to know what I talked about today? I talked about a Brian Gutekunst quote that I thought means that Aaron Rodgers will be back in 2022. So I read too deep into a Brian Gutekunst quote. I then listened to my producer's theory on why college bowl games should be played in September rather than January, which I didn't love that theory, but he made it entertaining. And then I asked the audience how many fantasy football teams is too many, because I'm in 8 leagues and I cannot handle it already.
No.
I've been asked to be in so many fantasy football leagues, but I don't do them. I think this year, because I haven't done fantasy football, the last year I did fantasy football, I think LaDainian Tomlinson had like 106 touchdowns, and I won a Super Bowl, and I just I retire because I suck.
That was the year I started playing fantasy football. Yeah, I remember that year.
I am. So I remember it because I sucked all before then. I'm not good at fantasy, so I was like, I'm just gonna end it right now. But this year, I think I'm gonna come back not on a original fantasy league. I think I might do one of those annual.
Daily fantasy?
Yeah, like those, because
those are fun.
Those could be fun. I think get me back into it. Maybe next year I do in a traditional fantasy league. But like I don't want to, because like people who follow me like, hey, you want to be in my fantasy league? Which I'd be fine with, but like if I suck, I know that they're not gonna like be quiet about it. They're gonna be like, Matt sucks at fantasy. So like people ask me for advice about fantasy, and like, bro, you don't want that.
You don't want that. That's like, no good.
Tell you, but do the opposite of what I say.
Yeah, like, dude, you need to get Crosby, bro. Dude, slinging field goals.
I drafted him the other day.
Did you?
Didn't have any Packers on my squad. My in-person draft, I didn't have any Packers. It was the last round, so I grabbed Crosby. Safe bet, right? Starting kicker.
See, here's the thing with this comment. First of all, shout out to for watching KY Packers. It takes so much time to do. Like, dude, that's the thing I forget. And I'm not hating on fantasy at all. People who love it, it's fun. Like most people I know do fantasy football, but like I always forget to change it. And like then my people on my bench get more points than the people on my team. I just suck so bad. So I'm like, I'm gonna ease back. I definitely want to get back. Dude, people tell me like, how can you do a podcast and not have a fantasy league? So I'm like, let me just tiptoe. Going in the pool, just let me dip my toe in a little bit. We'll get back into it. I don't want to.
Water's fine, Matty. Water's fine.
I don't want to suck out the gate. Like, let me get back into it just slowly. All
yeah,
right.
I think you pulled a good one. Pulling a John Elway on your way out. You know,
Yeah, that's it.
Go on top.
I don't think you need to do a Brett Favre second half.
I think I need to come back, Joey. No, but that was it. I remember Sam Congato? You probably don't, Joey, because I'm not sure you were alive.
I know.
I met him when I was like 7 at like some. It was like a local TV show that they did every week. Inside, I don't think it was Inside the Huddle, but it was a show like that.
Yeah.
And my brother's Pop Warner football team got invited, and Sam Congato was the special guest that night.
Wow.
I had Sam Congato sign my Kabir Baja Biamila jersey. I was like 5 years old. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, that's
fantastic.
But I started.
Well, nobody had a Sam Congato jersey yet. He broke out like that year or the year before.
He
maybe
still thinks about it. He's like that kid.
I have it's kind of related to that. So when I went to minicamp a few years ago, I had this helmet right here. You know, I got Brian Balaga, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, who else?
Nice.
Orrin Burks, J.K. Scott, legend. So I went up. Yeah. So there's like
you need a little nail polish remover for that one,
right? Yeah, I got like 2 guys still on the team now, but so I went up to some player walking in, and he said, "I'm not going to make the roster if you don't want my autograph."
That's fantastic.
That is a hilarious story.
Hey, I've always said, man, self-awareness, it's an important quality.
Yeah.
You know what? One of the funniest stories.
I love that.
I was at a Packers charity bowling game, like back way.
Oh,
back.
yeah.
So young. It was like, remember Bernardo Harris? I don't know.
Before my time.
So there was a player named Bernardo Harris. His name was Bernardo, last name Harris.
You got that.
Big man, like huge.
Oh,
huge
big
man.
guy. Holy crap.
Huge man. So we're there and everyone's getting autographed. Darren Sharper, I think it was his thing. And
one of the hardest hidden safeties in the league.
There was someone else.
Love that video.
But it was his charity thing, along with another player, Alan Rossum, I think, was the other guy. It was like it was their thing. So this kid walks up, and most people don't even know who these players are. But can I have an autograph? And I remember seeing a lot of players saying, "What's my name?" And why? Because they don't. Because I think it'd be weird giving all autographs. I mean, half the people don't even know who you are. You're just
right. Yeah. That's awkward.
Yeah. So, but this dude named Bernardo Harris, he's like, "Hey, you're Bernard O'Harris. Can I have your autograph?"
Harris.
And he goes, "I'm Bernardo Harris. I'm not Irish." And it was like, to me, like everyone laughed. It was like the funniest thing. I actually still have like the program that they had. I was getting autographs and all the program. Dude, like, but most of those players, nobody knew. Like I was a huge Packer fan forever. And like half the guys, I was like, I don't know who this guy is, but sign that. But I thought it was so funny. He's like, I'm not Irish.
That's fantastic.
Anyways, so Alex, let's talk about some real football here. This show is going way off the rails, but it started off the rails. So
that's okay. Off the rails is a good style to have.
I think it's a good time. You know what I mean? Zadarius, what have we heard? Because I was talking to Mark before. I got mosquitoes in here. What's happening? But
you got mosquitoes or fruit flies, buddy? You clean out your den every once in a while?
No, there's some beer cans lined up.
You got fruit flies, guy. You got some fruit flies.
No one comes in this room but me. So my wife doesn't come in to yell at me, pick this stuff up. I want to pick it up like when I run out of room for other beer cans. So no one ever comes to this.
Oh,
it's like upstairs away from everyone. And anyways, but
that's awesome.
Zadarius Smith, what are we hearing about him? Like, did you guys know anything? I don't.
Gutekunst talked about that today, but I didn't listen to the audio. Go me.
He's a professional.
But yeah, right. True professional. But I know, like, I think they're calling it an injury, but there's speculation it's a contract thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's a little bit of both potentially.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like the whole contract thing. Like I know he's been saying forever, I want to be a Packer for life. At some point, if that's what you want, same thing with Rodgers.
Hey, look, I believe it's an injury to some extent. Yeah. I also believe that he would like a new deal, and I think rightfully so, completely. So I would love for Z to be a Packer for life. The years he's been here, he's done nothing but been an absolute stud, So we'll see. I think he'll be there week one, or I think he'll be like suited up and starting in week one. But I have no inside info on it.
Me neither. I was outside his house screaming, asking him, but he didn't open the window.
Oh, he called the cops on you again?
Yeah. They're like, Matt.
He showed you he just looked outside the window and held up a picture of the restraining order.
Right. I've told you this 4 times now.
Can't do that. Can't scream outside players' houses.
I'm calling Officer Bernardo Harris.
Yeah, I do that sometimes, but you got to get info. I'm a podcaster. I need the inside scoop. But I think Zadarius Smith obviously is be great if he's there. Like he's like not even on the field, like how great he is, but he's a leader. He's all those things. Like he's
this team's damn good, and they're going to get tested this year. They got a tough schedule. This is going to be a fun year. I don't think so. There's that extra game. I just don't see them winning more than 13 games. I mean, like 13-4.
I agree with you, but also like I thought,
but also
why would get over 11 last year?
Right. It's like you can't doubt this team, but it's just the schedule. I mean, it's tough.
Yeah.
I said 13 wins. I said Matt LaFleur, if he wins
13, I mean, you might as well stick with the trend.
Yep.
And like, hopefully, I think that's an unlucky number. I think so. I don't know if that's a good thing either. I'm not really into unlucky numbers.
Purchase them in the playoffs.
Yeah. So like, I don't know if I want that. Maybe we just win 14 to make breaking. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, I don't know. I think I was gonna say something, but I forgot what it was.
That's too bad. We'll just let the awkward silence milk while you think about what it was.
All right. So we got Big B. He said he's doing his draft right now. And he's still watching this thing. Big focus, Big B.
Yeah, come on back.
Let's get our priorities straight.
We need to focus. But so Alex, what are you doing this season? Like I know you're doing a college football pregame thing. What do you got going this season? Let's take a moment to shout out like what the hell are we doing this season in the content world?
Yeah, so Fridays I'm doing high school football down here in South Central, Southwest. Where is Madison? I've lived here for 3 months and I don't even know. So do Madison area high school football, Prep Mania for ESPN Madison. Saturdays on Wisconsin College Game Day, pregame and postgame for ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Madison, and ESPN Milwaukee. So this weekend we'll be at a tailgate on Regent Street right by Camp Randall from 9 to 11. Before the game between Wisconsin and Penn State. Top 20 matchup, going to be fun. Then post-game out at a bar in Monona with Doak Walker Award winner and former Heisman finalist Monte Ball. So that'll be fun.
Oh, wow. I remember him coming out with
Yeah. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then Sundays typically free. So I think I'm gonna enjoy my Sundays because that's kind of the one day I get during football season, and of course it's consumed with football. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. I'm really looking forward to this weekend. It's gonna be fun to kick off college football. Ohio State's playing right now, but I haven't even looked at the score. They're probably whooping Minnesota. I would guess, but so that's what I'm up to, Matt. What are you up to?
I don't even know. Like I'm just winging it. Actually, I'm gonna do a live every Tuesday and Thursday during this season.
You don't do any post-game stuff?
I think I'm going to. Actually, I know I'm going to. I just don't know like exactly what. I was actually thinking about doing like a watch party thing, but so many people do that who are really good at it.
Yeah.
So I'm probably just gonna leave that to them.
Yeah.
Leave that to Tom Grossi and She Said TV.
Correct. Right.
Who am I? Like I'm going to bump into that. No, but Tom Grossi obviously and She Said TV do a watch party. They do a great job. I might like do like bump in every now and again on Facebook, go live and like yell some stuff about the game. But I'm gonna try to do pregame stuff, try to do some postgame stuff. I'm actually gonna try to go down at the home games, whether I go or not, and go down to the tailgate. And actually thinking about starting this thing. Like I have this like little microphone on my phone, and start
Nice.
interviewing tailgaters. Just
Oh,
find
yes,
the
yeah,
closest
yeah.
person I can find and interview that person. But I also want to be close to my stuff so I can do my post game stuff. So it's hard. But
Yeah.
I want to figure out this season is gonna be so much fun. Like
Yeah.
like last year we had no fans, no nothing. So last year it was easy to do like post game stuff because can't go to the game anyways. But like this season, I'm gonna try to go to obviously as many games as I can. But even the games I go to, I want to do post game stuff just on my phone, like from the parking lot, and just yell at random people and like get their take on stuff.
I really wanted, when I was in Green Bay for a week, I really want to do like man on the street type video.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm thinking about because I saw a TikTok. I'm on TikTok, people. I don't dance, but I'm on there. But, I saw that this guy was just interviewing people about celebrities, and he was just being goofy. I was like, I could do that Packers wise.
Right.
Lambeau Field. There's all these people at Lambeau Field walking around, and just ask them questions about Aaron Rodgers or whatever. I think you could get some funny responses.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool. So what are you doing, Joey? What are you doing?
Yeah.
You got Big B in the building. All right.
Yep.
So you guys got Underage Packers podcast, which I think is also the most underrated Packers podcast.
Oh, thank you.
So like, what do you guys got rolling this week?
We just had our meeting a few days ago discussing what we want to do.
Meeting.
Yeah.
Meeting.
Yeah, a meeting.
I have a meeting.
Yeah.
Me, but like I should probably think about stuff sometimes.
Yeah, I mean we our meetings.
I love it.
We've like very little productive stuff is actually talked about. We really just talk for like 50 minutes about random stuff. Right.
Yeah.
And then like 10 minutes of actual stuff. But no.
That's funny.
We'll plan on a live stream before every game. And then preview. We're still going to go with the 2 episodes every week, one on Friday or Saturday to preview, and then Monday, Tuesday to recap the game. We had a guest on for every single preview episode last year. I don't think that's going to happen this year just because we have to repeat a lot of guests. Not that that's a bad thing, but
you don't invite me on anymore. You invited me on once. I sucked. I remember I sucked because I remember they had me on one time, right? I'm in Green Bay. My wife's got me shopping. I'm doing all these things. And then I was like, I got to go. I'm supposed to do this podcast with these guys. So like, and she's got me like, let's stop here. Let's stop at PJ Maxx. We're going to all these places. I get home, run up the stairs just in time to do their show. I'm exhausted. Hardly can breathe. And
I was going to say, you're huffing and puffing.
Starting offensive line.
Yeah. So after it, I was like, that was horrible. I hope they don't. And I was like, I don't even want to retweet that. I don't want to link. I don't want to share. That was horrible. The worst thing ever. But I've grown since then, Joey. I can come on the show. All right. I'm better now. All right. Let me plead my case.
Yeah. Me and Big B talked after like, man,
I thought he'd be better.
You have to get like the right questions with Matt so you can kind of set up this conversation that you have on your show.
And I was sober because you guys are kids. You know what I mean? You gotta,
yeah.
You got to keep it sober.
Be on your best behavior. Yeah. But yeah,
man of the people.
No.
I remember thinking
role model.
That was horrible. No, because I was out in the world.
Yeah,
out in the world. I get exhausted out there. There's people out there that are talking to you. Like, hey, excuse me, get out of my way. Anyway.
But yeah, we just got a big guest for Underage Packers coming sometime soon. I guess I wouldn't say too big out of the ordinary for us.
Well, now that's just insulting to whoever the guest is.
Well, it's not a player, but it's a big moment for us.
Is it Rich Eisen?
No.
Is it Tom Grossi?
Well, let's not start guessing. No.
He's like, we're not gonna do this.
It's Tom Grossi.
You know what's funny? Like Tom Grossi.
Sorry, I just spoiled it.
Whenever Tom Grossi comes on my show, like the reviews everywhere else are fine, but like YouTube just skyrocket.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's funny, and the pressure's on. I got people
exactly.
me like, I followed you because Tom Grossi, or I subscribed because Tom Grossi. You're funny. I was like, well, that's gonna end. You know, I mean, I'm not. It's not usually.
I put in a week's preparation for Tom to come on. You can't expect that every.
that one day because my power went out. I had someone else on, but my power went out, so I couldn't go live. Like literally like a minute before I went live, I was like all preparing, like not as much as I prepared. I was chugging.
And then you did that Twitter Spaces.
Yeah, and then him and Tyler, we ended up talking. I'm like, yeah, let's do a live, and then we did it, and it was actually pretty fun. And that's usually how it goes, though. Like if you don't prepare, that's why I try not to prepare for anything.
Yeah.
It works about half the time.
Right.
Underage Packers podcast. Everyone, check it out. I think Joey, you're gonna see him. He's probably gonna take Rich Eisen's job.
He's not going away.
The age differential, Rich Eisen, he's getting up there.
Yeah,
I'll show this to him. Not that he would see my thing, but like, don't take him. He's getting up there. You figure about the age difference. Joey's gonna catch up by the time Rich is like 70 something. He's gonna retire. Joey's gonna take his spot. NFL Network. There it is.
Yeah.
Bring Big B will be there.
Years from now.
We'll set.
Big B will be the Jamal Williams retirement expert.
Yeah, right.
Jamal Williams will have a fun career. Bust out. I don't know if he'll break.
7-time Super Bowl champion when he comes back to the Packers.
We'll have to switch teams for all that stuff to happen. And but he's in a great building. Barry Sanders. Let me ask you this real quick. Who's the best running back of all time? I always think this is a fun question. Best running back of all time, Joey.
In my lifetime, it's definitely Adrian Peterson. All time, Peterson is definitely up there, but Sanders, Payton,
Jim Brown.
Yeah, Brown, Taylor.
You're young, so it's tough because everything that you know is like off highlights. I mean, for me too, a lot of these other guys, I'm not old Joey. Right? I didn't watch Jim Brown play. I heard he's pretty good though.
I didn't either, but he was dominant, right?
Yeah,
I mean, he was dominant.
Oh, you got Alex.
Jim Brown.
To me, and maybe because I watched him play and he embarrassed my teams on several occasions, is Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders is a good pick.
I don't think he had an ACL. Like he didn't have ACL. Like he would just stop running.
AP was solid. AP Eric Dickerson is a name we haven't mentioned yet, but he was really good.
Yeah, Sam Congato, those guys.
Yeah. Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
You know who always kills the Packers these days, though? It's not that they see him a whole lot, but I feel like the last 2 times they played him. Well, I guess not. This past time he didn't. But Derrick Henry always gives the Packers a hard time.
AJ Dillon did his thing that game.
Yeah, AJ Dillon had a ball that game.
Because Henry, everyone's like, oh, he's going to just distinguish his Packers defense. Everyone's talking about the run defense wasn't so hot. AJ Dillon's like, all right, I got you. And then he was just like, I'm going to ball out.
I'm going to ball out.
And he did. That was his showing. That was
the snow game.
Like Aaron Rodgers, Dallas Cowboys moment. Remember when Aaron Rodgers and the Cowboys came in, did his thing? People were happy. I was happy. I don't remember. I was probably hammered. But
hey, Matty, who's the greatest Packers running back you've seen in your lifetime?
In my lifetime?
So I don't want the guys none of us have seen. I want within the last 40 years.
The name that comes to mind, there's 2 names. The first thing that comes to mind is Amon Green.
Yeah, that's what I figured he'd say.
Yeah, but also Dorsey Levens.
Sure.
But like but Amon Green was just like all respect to
he was different.
But like Amon Green, like I just remember because I was older. First of all, like I was not like I was young when Dorsey Levens. I was like 16 or whatever.
So do you think Aaron Jones is in that conversation when it's said and done?
Yeah, I think when it's said and done, because he just signed a new deal, so he's going to be here for a minute. But like,
yeah, it's really only a 2-year deal. Is kind of what it. Not that I know the numbers, but I think it comes down to like a 2-year deal.
But he'll have time to like flourish. But it's tough because it all has to do with like, are they throwing the ball a lot? Like, are they giving, when you're a running team, not that they're a running team when Amon Green was there because that was Favre. But I remember like that 99-yard run by Amon Green. And at that time, like I was a little bit younger. Everyone loved Amon Green. Like he was like a special dude. Not that Aaron Jones. Everyone loves Aaron Jones. But I don't know. Amon Green, I was young. I'm old now, so like
well, I mean, I was young too, but we were different youngs. I mean, I was like I was like 5 years old. You were probably in your 20s.
I was in my 20s. I was like young. I remember I couldn't even legally drink them, but I still did.
Yeah, it's Wisconsin. The drinking age.
I think Aaron Jones is going to be special, but he's got AJ Dillon. The the running game is different today than it was then. Like back then, there was like one running back, and then there was another guy when he got really tired. And now, like, there's different guys they try to like work in and keep them fresh because they didn't work fresh back then. It was like this guy's almost dying. Do we have another running back? This guy is dying. He just ran the ball 30 times in a row. Let's get someone else. But like now which is smart. They keep them both fresh. And with this passing game, I think it's gonna be tough to get. Like we mentioned earlier, it's gonna be tough to get everyone the ball. Like not only is a running game, but like the receivers, tight ends. It'll be tough to like split that up and spread it around. But I think Aaron Jones is a special dude. Like I think he's fantastic on and off the field. But like Aaron Jones is just ridiculous. Anyways, that's true.
Yeah.
I really liked Eddie Lacy's first 2 years.
Yeah, and then it was Swan Song at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually like Eddie Lacy. Like,
but what were they calling him when he went downhill? Cheeseburger Eddie?
Beast mode, yeah. Beast mode.
Yeah, it was
beast mode, yeah.
People are rude.
Yes, they are. They're mean.
People on the internet are rude. When Eddie Lacy was at his prime, dude, like how good was he? Like nobody wanted to get
at his prime is his rookie year, man. He won Rookie of the Year, and that was all she wrote, pretty much.
Nobody wanted to stand in front of. I think AJ Dillon's similar. Like, not to say that the ending will be the same, but like,
he's definitely more athletic.
AJ Dillon will have a better career than Eddie Lacy.
I think so.
I'm not saying that at all, but I'm just saying that if AJ Dillon breaks out the tackles, passes up the corners, and he's running full speed, there isn't a corner in the league that wants to step in front.
Right.
No, right.
And then that's kind of how Eddie Lacy was. Like when he broke out, like no safety was like.
That's a good call.
Yeah, no one was trying to get. And the same thing with like a lot of running backs in the league. You know, like there's so many that I can't think of right now. So I'll just say there's so many and sound smarter. But like nobody, when you're that big guy and you got the quadzilla thing going, like, dude, no one wants to step in front of that. The same thing with Eddie Lacy. Nobody was just trying to be like, I'll just tag. Everyone turned into a punter. I'll just go low. I'll just try to trip him and he'll jump over and he'll keep her moving. But I'm stoked by Eddie Lacy. I think, or not Eddie Lacy, AJ Dillon.
Yeah.
I was stoked by Eddie Lacy, but now I'm stoked by AJ Dillon. I think he's gonna be great. I think that 1-2 punch, however they do it, fantastic. You know, things are gonna be good. This is a professional podcast, people. We're having a good time.
The most professional.
Jim why have you not been on my show? I'm like, bro, I'm busy. I got my own show to do. Anyways, everyone, this season, Alex Strouf's doing some college football stuff. ESPN Madison, demolishing it. Be sure to check him out on Twitter and everywhere else that he talks about stuff. Underage Packers podcast with Joey the Jaguar and Big B. They're always. You have like top-notch beat writers come on your show, Joe.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Like we really like that's literally like our idol. Maybe not idols, but like that's our high-level guests that we like aspire to have on. So
dude, that's exactly. How old are you, Joey? If you don't mind me asking.
16.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's exactly what I was doing when I was 16 too. It's like I just want to talk to these dudes that have the coolest jobs in the world, right? Like,
right.
It's fun.
I think it's cool. Yeah. I like having drunk people on my show. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
And you know what's even more fun? When you do both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a few beat writers on, but I have no aspirations to be like a reporter because like I know like you said earlier, it's self-reflection. Understand what you are.
Yeah, right.
Like I'm not gonna be a beat writer. I don't want to be. Not that there's anything against that. Those guys I do are very good. I'm just I'm not that guy.
Different skills.
Oh yeah.
And I like and not to get on the Packers beat conversation, but everybody's a little bit different on the Packers beat, which is fun. All the I don't know if I still call them newspaper guys, but all the newspaper guys, like each of them, and I count the Athletic in there as well with Wilde and Schneidman, but like all of those guys bring different things to the table. We are blessed to have some of the people that cover the Green Bay Packers.
I think they're fantastic.
And like Nagler's new to the beat, but man, does he ask some good questions in those press conferences. The one that I was referring to earlier that I read way too far into Goody's answer was a Nagler question about, was Aaron involved in the conversations for roster cuts? And I thought that was a great question, and it set up a great answer from Goody because he said two or three times in his answer that Aaron was a part of the conversation. And I've had some great conversations with Aaron. And it's like, this is what Aaron wanted. He's a part of the conversation now. Why would he leave? And like the Packers still kind of hold his fate. I don't think they're ready for Jordan Love for at least – I don't think they're ready for Jordan Love until 23, if they even are. Like, they might realize, okay, 41-year-old, 42-year-old Rodgers is probably better than Jordan Love. There might be a moment where they realize that. I like Jordan Love. I like that pick, but that's a harsh reality when you've got a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh, yeah. And the whole thing with, like, the whole – people asking, like, right now, is Jordan Love ready? Like, who cares?
Right.
Because he doesn't have to be. We still have Aaron Rodgers. Like, that's a question for next year, obviously, or even like, the second the season ends. But, like, when people, like, ask me all the time, is Jordan Love ready right now? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, bro, like, that's like asking is my son ready for, his 30s? Like, it doesn't matter. He's not there yet. Like, right now, Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback, and, like, Jordan Love, like, hopefully he's ready when he needs to be. I don't know when that'll be. It's next. I hope I'm not ready for Aaron Rodgers to be done in Green Bay.
No.
Like, but whenever that is, I don't think that they're gonna ask me in my opinion on it though.
I think they might. I think they.
I think you think Goot's gonna slide into DMs like
yeah.
No,
I don't think Goody's a DMs guy. I think he's still a pager guy. No, I think he's a pager guy. I think he's stuck in the 90s, dude. He's stuck in
the door, and he'll be like, "Hey, is Matt home?"
You'll get a pinned letter in the mail.
Yeah, I will. Meet me at Lambeau. Like, all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll wrap this up. Appreciate Alex joining me, Joey. I have an outro video I'm gonna play.
Really good sign off, Matt. Nicely done.
Here we go.
Let me pull up the file.
Go, Joey the Jaguar, Alex Strofe, two great people. Shout out to Mark joining me earlier. Woo woo! Go back, go people.
It's Green Bay when that pack come. Watch when the touchdown. Intercept your bag and you ain't like that. I think you need to sit down. It's Green Bay when that pack come. No rats, we stacking cheese. It's Green Bay when that pack come. I got a plug like Poe and that's on me. It's